Engaging in advocacy as a teenager was the most empowering experience of my life.
It was basically a running joke in my high school that if you didn't bring enough water from home, you probably wouldn't be drinking much water because the 20 or so water fountains that we had in our school, they were faulty and they produced bad tasting water.
We called our principal to this meeting to propose our new campaign that would bring about water filtration systems to our school to address the problem of water access.
I wrote a statement for a bill to be passed in my county for healthy vending.
I had the opportunity to go to Capitol Hill every year and lobby for girls' education globally.
So basically, I was there to convince my principal how this water filtration system would lessen the amount of plastic water bottles.
I remember a week prior sitting in a Starbucks for like 4 to 5, maybe even 6 hours. And we were just there outlining, drafting how we were gonna say it.
Being in that space as a 16-year-old was mind-blowing. I remember walking on the marble halls of Congress in my red Converse sneakers, rehearsing talking points.
We distributed a survey amongst students and the answers were overwhelmingly yes, but a lot of students did add comments like, I want to contribute, I hope this happens, but I don't think it will because things like this never happen in our school.
I generally do not remember what any of my friends said because most of the time I was just rehearsing my own lines in my head, waiting for my part.
And it was completely nerve-wracking to be facing a room full of adults as a 15-year-old. I remember my teeth were chattering and I was afraid that it wouldn't stop while I was speaking.
Fast forward to the end of the school year, I remember the day distinctly because I recorded a video of myself filling up my water bottle with water for the first time.
In 2008, our lobbying efforts paid off. We helped secure a $200 million increase in the foreign aid budget for education. And I did that before I was able to vote. I mean, can you believe that?
The overwhelming feeling of accomplishment that I felt after was unlike anything else. I felt like I was around my superiors, yet I was being asked questions like I was an adult.
This moment was the first time I felt like a true activist. I really want to thank Youth Activism Project for being there as a support, as a resource, and as just a motivator for us.
This was all possible because of Youth Activism Project's involvement. Through every single step, they were there helping us.
That was the turning point for me, and without the Youth Activism Project, I never would have had an opportunity like that.
The Youth Activism Project is the reason why I'm the leader I am today. It's the reason why I now serve as executive director to ensure that every teen in the United States has the opportunity to create stories like we did. But I'm gonna need your help. We're living in unprecedented times. I don't think I need to tell you that. Climate change is threatening life as we know it, and our democracy is in peril. But young people have never been more poised to correct the course of our future. They're the ones leading the movements, March for Our Lives, the climate strikes. Just imagine what the world would look like if teens were leading movements like that on everything. We can imagine that. That's why the Youth Activism Project is building an online community that's capable of mobilizing millions and training and inspiring the next generation of civic leaders. So if you're as inspired by the rising generation just as much as I am, please invest in their civic potential by becoming a monthly donor. Our democracy depends on their leadership today and in the decades to come.